Good evening, jammers, and welcome to a brand new episode of Jams and Cocktails Live. I am Brad Brock, and I'll be your host tonight. Joining us in the legendary JNC Lounge this evening is the amazing Lefty Hathaway. And Cooper. We have some mascots. We have some mascots in the lounge tonight too. We have Cooper, Koopy Schmoopy. We have Louis Finkelstein and Indy.
You got them all right.
Did I get it all?
Yeah.
I got them all right.
Coops in my lap.
Coops. Just right on up there.
Aww.
Oh, we're glad to have Lefty
He's a star.
Here in the lounge tonight, you guys. Also here in the lounge is tonight's JNC Destruction Crew, of course, the wonderful and amazing Ms. Jordyn Taylor.
Hello.
The bad bitch, Elly. And the Kevin McLoughlin here, helping us out with sound and just this wonderful aura.
Oh, thank you.
It was a pleasure. All right, you guys, again, for tuning in live with us on YouTube, Facebook, and listening in on Shore Life Radio. Please remember to smash that subscribe button. And if you're on YouTube, of course, it's the easiest way to support us, really. And it costs you nothing but a click. What does a click cost? I don't know.
Your soul.
Oh. Well, we just lost all the subscribers. Nobody giving up their soul for us. Maybe. You never know. People give it up for a lot these days. And like, share, and follow us on social media. So others can discover the amazing artists that we have here on the Treasure Coast, like Lefty Hathaway. Like to give a shout out, speaking of great local artists, Mike Farrow, who is our June keg sponsor. Be sure to check out his new... Yeah. He's back here. I put him on the wall.
Oh, Mike, it's a big photo.
Yeah, he's back on the wall.
Awesome. Good photo, Mike.
But so check out his new album, The Big Dog Sessions, wherever you listen to music. We are watching the chats and comments tonight, and our text line is open. Our text hotline is open, so feel free to shoot us a text at 321-345-6658. And we get pictures there, too, so just, don't be naughty. I know you want to be, but don't. Or do. Speaking of do, without further ado, I guess before all this delicious cream melts...
Ew.
I suppose we should get this show on the road with our shot of the week. Our cocktail of the week is the Hawk Tuah. We gotta wait for that. I'll fix it in post.
Premature dialogue.
Yeah, pretty good. Our cocktail of the week is the Hawk Tuah. Start with 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of coconut rum, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of banana liqueur, and 1 ounce of cream of coconut. Just a squirt of whipped cream. And add some ice. And shake it up. Now add ice to your hurricane glass and strain the liquid in.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah.
And add half a banana for garnish and top with some more whipped cream. And there you have it. Enjoy. Oh, God.
Is that an actual song?
Somebody turned it in. Somebody turned that soundbite into a song. And here we are, you guys. It's a little...
All right,
so banana.
This is not a shot, I hope, because there'll be some choking involved.
Yeah, so it's I guess it would be a cocktail. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest with you.
Do you stir with the banana, or?
I mean, I guess it is. I guess you kind of go like this. You kind of.
There you go.
I'm
Just put the tip in your mouth.
Don't get excited out there. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
Lefty's going. He's taking the banana out. That's probably a good move.
I want the liquor first.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Liquor first, then the banana.
And the Hawk Tuah.
Cheers, man. Thanks for being here. Cheers to all of you tuning in with us. It's very banana. Yours probably not so
good.
much.
You guys got to eat the banana after you take the shot.
We should have.
I can't reach my banana.
We should have got some napkins.
Yeah, Elly, your banana's a lost cause.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
The
gonna
sunken banana.
finish that one while we're carrying on out here. What do you guys think?
I think this is pretty good.
It's actually. I think it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's not bad.
Somehow, I can't believe that banana and pineapple went together so well, and then like the Malibu.
Tastes like vacation.
It's a mystery.
It does
It's a
taste like
mystery.
vacation.
It's like a mystery.
Yeah, surprisingly, it's not used or it's not that common in Florida, right? Pineapple and banana.
Yeah. I mean, it is very common.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that this is the place where the things grow.
That's right.
Perhaps. Anyway, that was our little piece of pop culture for everybody tonight. Hawk Tuah, and if you don't know what that is, ask your kids. They know for sure. Join us each week for our cocktail or shot of the week by visiting us at jnclive.tv, and you can even shoot us an email with your favorite recipe ideas. So that'll be awfully nice, awfully nice. All right, you guys. Oh, not sure what happened there. It was the top of Jordan's head. It's beautiful though, so I'm not upset about
Top of Jordan's head cam.
it. Yeah. Do we have that? Is that a
Is
thing?
that a thing?
Oh yeah, we do. We do it.
Look at that.
What are you doing down there, Jordy? Random camera angles. You gotta love it. All right, you guys. We're gonna dive right in because we got a lot to cover tonight. And I'm gonna put Lefty through the ringer here, you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a musical powerhouse. He's as versatile as they come. He's a piano player, a songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, arranger, and all-around performer who's graced stages across the globe. Born in the UK in the late century.
Late 70s words. It's all right.
I didn't want to dime you out, man.
Yeah. I'm happy to be dimed out.
Our guest
Genre
is
to be born in. Right?
it's a good era.
Yeah.
It's a good era. He spent the majority of his life moving around the U.S. and soaking up a melting pot of musical styles. He's played with an incredible range of bands, spanning genres like blues, jazz fusion, rock, pop, reggae, country, bluegrass, and more. Is there more? Maybe hip hop is next on the docket. His influences read like a who's who of musical legends, including J.J. Cale, Dr. John, The Meters, Bill Withers, Frank Zappa, Fela Kuti. Did I get that right?
Yeah, Fela Kuti.
Fela.
Yeah.
And more. And Stevie Wonder, of course, made that list as well. Let's not forget Motown greats like the iconic jam bands like Little Feat, the Grateful Dead, and the Allman Brothers, of course. How could we forget? And you might have seen him lighting up the stages with the legendary Leon Russell, which we're going to talk about as we go through here, and even opening for Bob Dylan, which I believe there's a story in there somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to get to that. He's a master at blending rich melodies and soulful rhythms, and his recent single "Monkeys on Parade" is a testament to his incredible talent. And if you were lucky enough to tune in early, you got to hear that track. So please welcome the one, the only, Lefty Hathaway. Listen, man, they may sound kind, but the truth is, it's deserved. My God, dude, you've done it all, and so I had the privilege of being able to listen to a couple of interviews with my colleagues. One of which is here with us, so I got to kind of do a deep dive into your life before I got to sit down with you. So now I get to put you through the ringer.
Put me through the ringer, my friend.
All right. Before we dive in, I have to ask the question that's been on everybody's mind.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Lefty Hathaway, are you left-handed?
So the simple answer to that is yes.
Okay. Now, what's the complex answer?
Well, the complex answer is I do everything but throw a ball with my left hand. That's it.
Really?
It's not that complex. I could get, yeah. But I'm just saying, yeah, I chuck a ball with my right hand.
That's funny. So Jordyn is also a lefty, and but she does she does some things as a righty, right? What is your complex yet simple situation?
Oh, well, I write right-handed, but I eat left-handed.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you do anything
certain
else?
Things. Yeah, I feel like I could probably throw. I don't know. Maybe
you don't
golf,
do much. Do you do anything?
Bat? I don't know.
I can put a deeper philosophy to this. Only there's like 3% left-handers on this planet,
right?
And as humans, we all just want to be together, and so left-handies, we choose a couple of things to adhere to, and be like you, cretins, the right-handers.
Yes, we are the worst. It's so funny, man.
Isn't there a store somewhere? Is it in Orlando or no Disney? I don't know. That's all left. There's one too.
You're talking about the Leftorium. Ned Flanders.
Okay, I think there's one in like Vegas too, an all left-handed store.
Oh, okay. They stole Ned Flanders' idea.
Yeah, they stole the idea.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ned Flanders.
That would be
smart
a
guy.
wild place.
He was a smart guy.
It's funny. Well, it's just in the music vein, I know, or I've heard that a lot of guitar teachers will implore their left-handed students to learn to play right-handed because your variety of instruments is much larger, versus somebody making left-handed instruments, right, Kevin?
That's a complex question as a former
this is the trend
music
tonight.
Store personnel and guitar teacher. That's a complex thing because you're right. There are no left-handed guitars hanging in the store. And a left-handed guitar is a non-cancelable special order.
Yeah.
So, like, as a left-hander, you don't even get to try your guitar out. You got to pay for it in full before you even know if it even sucks or not.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well,
but like, is that a worthwhile price to pay to do everything in an awkward fashion? I don't know.
So, my first instrument was the drum set, and I played that until I was about 18 or 19 years old. And when you play a drum set left-handed, you're not doing the crossover sticks, but you hit a wall after a while when you're playing a right-handed instrument as a left-handed person.
Yeah.
I mean, in any instrument, I'm just saying. And that one's probably the easiest. But.
Any technique is practicable, and your instincts to do things left-handed first can be retrained in certain situations. Yeah. But as a guitarist, my left hand has to be the strongest and most coordinated one.
Also, yeah, that's the interesting thing is I always seen it, a guitarist should play with their right hand if they're right-handed, right?
It's weird. It's counterintuitive, but it does feel backwards to do it this way as a right-hander. But you can always, look at Jimi Hendrix. He took a right-handed guitar and strung it upside down. You can always do that.
Paul McCartney,
yeah, all that stuff.
Right.
Well, Paul McCartney doesn't have to worry about that anymore. But
I'm just happy to be normal and right-handed.
Yeah.
I
called you guys cretins
but there are
before, but I think that was a little harsh. I'm sorry.
The main,
I don't want to make enemies out of 97% of the population.
In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, the main drawback of being left-handed is you never get to read what's on your coffee cup.
Yeah, or a wallboard, dry eraser board, chalkboard.
You get smeared all off when you're writing?
Yeah.
It's you definitely have cleaner hands after writing in pencil or marker as a right-hander for sure.
Unless you write backwards.
So
you could write backwards and upside down and then just turn the page over, right? With a Sharpie.
So they're more talented.
Yeah, could be.
That brings it to the point.
We, Jordyn. You can say we. We're more talented.
Look at her. She's even disassociating herself from left-handed people, just like what you said.
We're going to go down a rabbit hole.
We are. We can talk about this for 4 hours.
That's why I said I don't mean to get deep, but I knew what I was stepping into when I said that.
Oh, we did. We went deep.
I liked it.
Well,
Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah.
Hawk Tuah.
Have some more of that.
All right. So we'll get into it. Hopefully not in that. The rest of this stuff is not as much debatable, I guess. So I guess we'll go back to the beginning, man. Can you share with us your earliest memories of music or what ignited necessarily your passion for it?
I would love to. and I'll kind of like outline it, but I'm naturally a show off. I know when we're hanging out, I'm not very spastic and whatever, but I like to show off and I like a stage. Yeah. And I've and I have since I was a very young kid. So music just happened to be, you know, when I was like 4 or something, I would do theater, you know, plays, and my mom would put me in plays and all this stuff. And I don't know, as a teenager, I think we all fall in love with music, like all of us. Like we all fall in love with different bands. We're all like, you know,
Sure.
This is the best band of all time. Every human said that at least 3 times in their life, you know?
Yeah, I believe it. I'm guilty.
It's a personal connection that that people can argue their favorite thing against someone else's and both believe that they're right.
Sure.
You know, it's an opinion that is so personal, and music's so personal. And so once I was a teenager, I had a drum set and I played a lot of that. And at some point, my little theater kid wanted to sing too, like as a kid, doing musicals and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, when I was a teenager, I just decided I wanted to do it.
That was it. That was the thing.
I honestly can't say there's ever been a decision I've made that hasn't catered to
Playing music.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I feel like, there's, you say everybody at some point kind of reaches that point in their life, and, you know, you either become the person that loves music and supports it and goes out and listens to it, or you become the person that creates it. And it's so symbiotic. It has to happen.
Yeah.
You know, like neither one of us could be successful without the other, you know? So I think that's actually a very cool point that you figure it out, you know, like you find out what you like, you find out your tastes, and you either go to create or go to listen. Love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of influences and being influenced, we mentioned Leon Russell and Dr. John and the Meters. How do these artists particularly shape your musical style and philosophy on music?
Well, so talking about loving music and all of us loving different artists, since I was about 16, I really loved Leon Russell.
Who's amazing.
And I happened to be living in Oklahoma. I didn't grow up there fully, but I'd been there for about seven years or so. And he's obviously very celebrated in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I was. And he just had this nice blend of church music, celebration, and then blues and R&B. And he was he was from Oklahoma. Doesn't have a very good history when it comes to cultural.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
it's an interesting.
It was tough for him
state,
coming up there, but he was very inclusive in his big family and music family, and it was very much like church. And I liked that since I was a teenager, and so he's definitely my biggest influence. And I got a chance to like have him be part of my professional career for a bit later on too, so that was a real gift. But yeah, my influences, I guess I keep on talking about when I was a teenager, but when I was driving down the street going to high school or doing whatever when I was a teenager, I would listen to music and I would want to like be on that stage. And I don't know if other people did that, if musicians do that, who like sit there and
all the time.
I imagine everybody does, right? Like we all did.
Yeah, like daydreaming.
Yeah. And so the ones you mentioned, those are the ones I'd listen to and be like, oh man, if I was doing that and I was on that stage. And then you put the work in, and and
you got to put it out in the ether, you know. You gotta give it the shot.
Yeah. So since I was when I was like 18, I decided to try to crawl into bars or go through the back door at bars in Oklahoma. And I had met a band. They were in their 30s. They played a lot of Grateful Dead and like all this other stuff, but the people in that town loved them. Their name was Whirligig.
Whirligig.
Yeah. And they let me play, around town with them.
Cool.
And yeah, once I got on stage, and Kevin, I'm sure you can agree, it's like that feeling is fantastic, and I had it since I was like 18. I got to feel it when I was 18, and I have an older brother, and so like I'd be out at these clubs and my older brother's friends would be there, when you're 18 and you got like,
oh, dude,
it was just a cool thing.
We're kindred spirits in that way.
All right, cool.
I celebrated my 16th birthday in a bar at a gig, playing. Remember we were talking off air. We were talking about this past Halloween, and Jordyn came as Country Brad. That was me back then.
Okay.
And we did the line dance circuit around here for years, and yeah, I was a kid, and my dad was the manager of the band, so like he used to carry around this printout of legislation that said it was okay for me to be in the bar because he was there. This whole nine, it's just crazy. But yeah, I remember they brought a big sheet cake with my face on it at the bar when I was 16. And
so people got to eat your face at the bar?
People got to eat my face at the bar. There was no bath salts even involved. It's unbelievable.
No bath salts.
But yeah, man, that's so cool because, some people don't really get to, experience that. And we played huge rooms to a huge amount of people sometimes, and we were doing the festival circuit as well back then. And opening up for these other country artists and doing the fairs and things like that. And it was really a rush to stand in front of a group of people that are just listening, and hanging on every word. And you can tell stories, and they're not, asking you to turn down or shut up and play. Like that's happened a billion times to me. But like in those moments where people are so engaged, it's next level stuff.
I think that every live performing musician should experience, their buddy and maybe one more person in a room while their band performs.
Yeah.
Where it's just dead.
Yeah.
It's just like, why? And like all the employees are like, why am I even fucking here? Or all, it's like, and it's uncomfortable from the get go.
Been there. I'm pretty sure that was like last night.
But I promise you, that is some of the gems washed away in the river. Like so much good music has been created in those moments.
Absolutely. That's great. And in my opinion, and from my personal experience, the true test of being a great bar performer is that you're there and there's nobody but the staff, but yet nobody's asking to get cut.
Right.
Like right.
Like,
to me, like that, I'd rather do that than have a bunch of people screaming, because you've got even the smallest audience captivated. That's what
especially
it's all about.
in that environment, because they've heard a lot of bands come and go, and if they're willing to stay and they want to stay because something that's new to that, then you're doing something for that establishment.
Right on.
And that's great.
Speaking of playing and touring, we mentioned touring with Leon Russell, or getting to perform with him, but you actually went on tour with him, right? And
for a little spell, yep.
And
which was interesting, and also, it's quite an experience to be able to go to a new city,
right,
once every couple days for a long period of time with someone who you worship. I mean, not worship, but
so when they say, when they say don't meet your when they say don't meet your idols, or be careful when you meet your idols, how was that experience for you meeting him?
It's actually quite funny. My one of my old partners, her dad, I was around her family for a long time, and he's from Georgia. And for some reason, like, once I met Leon, like, I felt like those two were like the same person. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
I was just
sure.
like, oh, you're just an old country boy. Like, everything I hear of you and everything I wanted to like experience, no, you're just a dude.
Right.
And in fact, remind me of someone I'm supposed to show respect to anyway. So it's like, it was like instant fatherly respect. I guess that's what you'd say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I totally get it, man.
And I was blown away by the fact that how we can like idolize people who are just people.
Sure.
Right?
Because at the end of the day, like, everybody is just people, you know?
And then, like, when you meet the ones who are idolized or have high profiles and they're, like, real jerks.
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh, you're one of the imposters.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like,
yeah. Which, yeah, I've met a couple of those. But, yeah, Leon was a really cool guy. Really loved music. And it's insane when you look, if anyone Googles him and sees what he produced and what he did with the Wrecking Crew in LA and what he did for, blues artists like Freddie King, Motown, like he had his net wide, he cast a wide net.
It was huge.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I discovered him. I was introduced to him, believe it or not, on Spotify playlists.
Really?
Like I was just getting into needing a change, and I find that Spotify's pretty good for that,
Yeah.
Like you can go and find music you never even knew existed or whatever. And I started listening to these playlists, and Leon Russell was, like every fifth song, and I was like, man, this, and I thought at the time, ignorant, I thought he was a new artist, or newer, right? So he just kind of hit a chord with me like that. And then, come to find out, he's just been around for 1,000 years and, is just this legend.
Since he was like 17.
Right.
Since he moved from Yale, Oklahoma in like mid-60s and went to L.A. as like a 17 or 19-year-old. And suddenly he's working in Burbank with the Wrecking Crew doing like all the TV, all the stuff we know from TV shows in the 70s. He's doing all, Dragnet and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just some
I didn't know he did all that.
guy with multiple sclerosis from Yale, Oklahoma, man. Like he's
unbelievable.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And he's just he's an incredible person. He worked with so many people. Anyway. Yeah.
To stay in that vein, before I go back a little bit. By the way,
let me just say it's actually ironic we're talking about him tonight because this is actually, they call it, at the church studio in Tulsa, they call it like Noel de Leon backwards because it's halfway to Christmas. Today's halfway to Christmas, but it's also the day he passed.
Oh, man.
And so this is like a special day to be talking about Leon Russell. That's why I got kind of like.
Oh,
well, if you get choked up, we all have cried on this show, so it's totally.
It's gonna take me a lot more than that to cry.
Oh,
all
right. Challenge accepted.
Well, now we're working on it. So before
I'll make you cry.
Before I backtrack just a little bit,
cool.
On this tour, was this one of the opportunities that you had to have an opening slot for Mr. Bob Dylan
in Atlanta? Yeah.
Because I heard that you have an interesting story. So are there any interesting stories or lessons that you may have learned from opening for such prestigious and
yeah. I mean, I don't want to poo mouth anybody, but no, at the same
Hawk
time,
Tuah.
at the same time, there's people, let's just say, like you already said, who there are people who are beyond humans and become lore,
right,
brand beyond
legendary,
human,
yeah,
and they need handlers, and those handlers say things like, "Don't look him directly in the eye," and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying some people become so
I understand the time and the place for it, and I understand
Borders. His paycheck from Borders every year is probably like more so than Do you see what I'm saying? Like
I totally get it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you got to walk through and have a handler make sure nobody looks at you.
Yeah,
But he's also 1,000, so
okay. But there's a lot of them out there, Kevin. And
there are a lot. There's no question.
There's a lot of them out there.
I've found it more prevalent with female performers than with male performers.
Well, maybe I'm more charming than you then, because I feel the opposite.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
Listen, I understand that, I make it relative, right? So if I was just walking down the street, nobody is going to. You guys are wild.
I told you not to put him across for me.
If I was walking down the street, nobody's going to bat an eye. Nobody's going to stop me. Nobody's going to harass me. I'm just going to walk on by. Oh, he's crying. We got him. He's crying. For better or for worse.
But can you imagine that there's a person 15 steps ahead of you pointing at people and say, do not look at Mr. Brock in the eye.
Listen, I want that in my life sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, I want people to walk in and be like,
okay,
Mr. Brock doesn't like this particular soap in the bathroom, so we're going to need you to swap that out.
I'll say this. Yes, Brad, yes.
You want
we all want
I can't even comment
to taste the forbidden fruit. But what I'm saying is, don't do it to the people who are like working before you. Right?
Yes.
Don't do it on the stage. Right?
Yeah. I totally get that. Yeah.
If you need a time to feel super important, don't do it to the people who are like probably living crappier lives than you to follow their own dreams.
Listen,
Simply
man,
put.
I know that,
that's lame.
We Mike Lubeck has been on our show before. Oh, speak of Lubeck, he's tuning in.
Speak of the Lubeck,
but he's done shows with Jacob, Bob's kid.
Oh yeah,
and back in the day, the Wallflowers, right?
They're great.
And
really
he's got nothing but great things to say about Jacob, and that's what I've heard. In out there in the zeitgeist is that Jacob's just a great dude. But Bob is a squirrely guy, by all accounts.
He's also okay. Also, when I moved to this country, I moved to the south part of this country. I was 12 years old, and I've always lived in the south since I moved to this country. He's from the northeast.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
it's a different bag.
Thing. Since I moved down here to Florida, it's even been a different thing. I moved here from Georgia.
Yeah,
and
at least you get a little bit of a melting pot down here,
No, I agree, but I'm just saying I've learned that people from the northeast are a little bit harder to break at first.
Sure,
but honestly, most of the time are actually the most kind and awesome people.
It makes me want to it makes me want to pull together like a lemon squeeze, or I want to get Bob Dylan on the show. That's where I'm going with all this. I want to get Bob Dylan and Lefty Hathaway, and I want to squash this beef.
Let's put the
Can I do that?
Can we not put me up against the Prince poet of rock and roll?
Yes, no,
I'm
we're going to do that.
Sorry that I said I had a bad experience, but I'm not going against the Empire. Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm sending an email tonight.
Okay. All right.
But no, I remember hearing that story on the Riffs and Rhythms podcast with Kevin and Paul, who's tuning in on Facebook. What's wrong with him? Paul, fool.
He is a drummer.
He is a drummer. We can't. Yeah, gotta give an excuse. So, and that had me. So I listen to their show typically when they release it when I'm doing work here at my station. I'll put it up and I'll listen to it as I'm working, like on Tuesdays, I think, when you drop it. And in fact, you guys started dropping it later in the afternoon, and so now Paul sends me a link, an early link. So
that's right. There's an early link.
Yeah, I get an early link because I'm exceptional.
People are just lined up on the internet to watch it early.
Yeah, so now I still get to listen. But I remember listening to that episode, and the story caught my attention, and I was cracking up because you hear so many celebrities that have similar situations. I think Cher is one of them that doesn't want anybody to look her in the eye, and there's a couple other people that are just have that kind of insane rider and all that other thing. But I'm sure that Bob is lovely. But you did mention that you immigrated to the United States. So let's go back and talk about you're from the UK originally.
I was born in London. I moved here when I was 12.
And that's the first time you saw sunshine.
And it was the first when I moved to Tulsa, we were at like my dad's boss's country club. Like we got to Tulsa, and like I always laugh at my brother about this. We were sitting down with these kids, and we had them all convinced that we just got electricity in London. This is in Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Oh,
and so
my God.
Me and my brother and sister are just like, what the hell, like. But we were able to. I just remember sitting at a table being like, yeah, we just got light bulbs there. We just got electricity going. They believed it all, which is interesting.
I can hear you probably had like a Cockney accent. Hey, we just got our electricity, mate.
I did sound kind of like Pitt.
Oh, that was bad.
From South Park. I did. I got made fun of all the time. And in fact, the only way I broke it, just to relate it back to music, is I remember, wow, this is so corny and like that show Glee. But I remember singing Aretha Franklin's R.E.S.P.C.T. and gaining the respect of the people who had been making fun of me for like 3 or 4 months when I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma, like when I was in 6th grade,
I
which
bet
is a
a kid with a British accent would probably be
a
the
pip.
Be the target of all kinds of mischief.
But you gained their respect.
Right.
They stopped picking on you
Through music.
through
It
music.
should have made you
Yeah.
tough. What happened?
Yeah, it was fun though.
I had a similar
it is good.
situation, and I won't go into depth with it, but it's really what propelled me into learning how to play guitar. Was
Really?
I in 6th grade, believe it or not,
Yeah.
we got a lot of parallels here,
I like
Lefty.
this. I like it.
In 6th grade, I did it. I was, I joined a talent show. I got into the talent show, in the cafeteria, whatever. And I got up in there, and I had my Stetson hat and my Garth Brooks shirt from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Nice.
And I got up there, and I had
You got it from Dillard's.
it definitely got it from Dillard's or Walmart, probably.
Wait, did
No,
it
no,
have
no,
the
no,
snap?
no, I'm sorry,
Did it
just-
have the
just
pearloid snaps? Not the buttons, but snaps, right?
I don't know if they were snaps or not.
It
I
had
don't
to be
remember.
snaps, or you're opposed.
Dillard's was actually a cowboy hat in Oklahoma, or a cowboy hat store in Oklahoma.
I
wasn't
believe that
telling you it was
100%.
Dillard's at the mall.
Oh.
I meant like I was giving respect out of the real cowboy hat. Like, yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Oh, wait, back to Brad's
I
story.
thought it was the mall.
Yeah.
No, just
Back to
very
your
quickly. So I got up there. I had a karaoke track to, I think it was a John Michael Montgomery song. I got up there. I had a guitar strapped on me. No fucking idea how to play this thing. Right? So I'm just doing one of these. I'm doing a George Strait, doing an Elvis, like totally air guitaring the whole thing, not playing it. And I got ridiculed on the bus for weeks. Weeks by the kids, and listen, I went to school with Joe Dyer, right? So these were the kids that were roughing me up on the bus, these punk rock kids, that were roughing me up about not playing. They didn't care that I was playing country music. They cared that I pretended to play guitar. And so
As they should.
I went home and I was like, Mom and Dad, please, I need to have a real guitar. I need to actually learn how to play this thing.
So am I to say that good old-fashioned bullying was your gateway to performance?
I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get in trouble.
I honestly,
but for me,
I think that
it
some
was.
good old-fashioned bullying
There's
is what the
It's
world needs these days.
constructive bullying.
I don't even know what's
No.
There's
happening.
constructive bullying.
No, because really, I mean,
I'll take it on an even
bullying is not totally bad.
weirder illustrative level. Bullying might create an albatross that comes out through the fire and becomes a better person.
Yes. So how many people like Brad's
A phoenix.
story? Brad,
A phoenix, that's what I'm thinking.
If it-
Phoenix,
if it-
not an albatross.
The albatross.
if
is
it wasn't
better.
if it wasn't for Joe Dyer beating Brad up on the bus for doing the Milli Vanilli,
I know.
I mean, I say
he would have never even been performing. Thank you, Joe, because now we got a great musician.
But it was the catalyst because I was like, and I guess maybe it was a different time because I didn't get mad. or
No,
like
you're just
get
hurt.
sad. I was just like,
you were
I was like,
Yeah,
no,
you
I
were a little
looked at
sad.
myself in the mirror and I was like, no, I really am a bitch. I really bitched out on playing guitar. I should have just.
That's a good old fashioned responsibility for your own actions.
And look at me now.
Look at you now.
Were you singing or were you?
No, I was actually singing.
Okay, so
I was actually singing. I
So
just wasn't
okay,
playing guitar.
I just want to do this is the PSA for helicopter parents. Okay, Brad was beaten up by Joe Dyer on the bus, and now he makes his living by performing as a result. So allow your children to get beat up at least once a week and get over it.
Wow.
That's the soundbite. that's
Get over
That's-
it.
Kevin's PSA.
Thank
But
you,
no,
Kevin.
I need to circle back
Circle back.
to
Wrangle us back in.
yeah. Where were we going with all that? So yes, I was because
Brad, you were saying we
needed
both at 6th grade
you
started loving music
Yeah.
because people picked on us. Yeah, right?
we got
We
respect
did,
because the
right?
I guess the end of
Yeah.
that story is I went back the next year. I won
And
the
bullies
talent show.
suck.
I won the talent show and I played some Eric Clapton shit. I don't even remember the song, but I went and
Did you actually play it?
and I did, and I actually
And you
played
won the
it,
talent show.
and I won the talent show.
This is
So,
like a mix
Case
between
in
Back
point,
to the
bullying
Future,
is not all bad.
Back to the Future, the prom part,
yeah.
Crossroads with Ralph Macchio, and and no, those two are pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Maybe Home Alone, just for the violence.
But yeah, like so, I enjoy that parallel. So you clearly don't have a British accent now. Is that something that you
Clearly.
lost over the time? I mean, living in Oklahoma for any amount of time will draw it right out of you.
Brad, I think I'm a chameleon, and I think that maybe it has to do with a musical ear, but when I'm around people, I kind of talk like them. Like, it's just the truth. When I moved, yeah, I had like an accent, and then I started talking like an Okie, then I lived in Georgia. But when I go back to my family, or if I'm in Europe and I'm meeting my family, half of my family's Middle Eastern Lebanese, and we speak Arabic, French, English, like all in the same language and stuff. But like when I go back to them, I just talk differently.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I get it.
I totally
You know
get
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah, well, like I've been involved with people that have an accent from home, and you never know what it's like until they're talking to their mom on Sunday, and then you know
Yeah.
what they really sound like when
No,
they
I know
talk.
my friends come over and I'm like, "Ewa, kifa habibi," and they're like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to
I
tell
know.
us what that means, please.
No.
No.
We'll do that on After Dark, I suppose.
Yeah, that's
there
an
you go.
after.
Funny.
No,
But no,
I,
that's-
that was just like in Arabic. That's just like,
That's what you say to your
oh,
mom
okay.
when you
Well,
go.
how's it good going, brother? Like,
You got a crazy mix going on, man.
I do. I'm a mutt.
But like
It's the
you're like
weirdest thing.
a worldly mutt. You know,
Okay.
in America we have mutts like, oh, I'm from, my dad's from North Carolina, my mom's from New York, and somehow we
Okay.
managed. We wound up in
Brad.
Florida, and it's all the same.
Yeah,
Brad.
and Arabic,
Okay.
French, Lebanese.
Okay, I was
English,
born in England. My mother is Swedish, half English. She's Swedish. My first language was Swedish. Like that's the first language I ever spoke. And my father is Lebanese.
So you can understand.
They both
you
went
can understand
to-
the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Burn.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I just told you not to mock us. in
I'm
Swedish.
not. I'm just like I always wanted to know what he said. Schmerdeverden.
No, but they went to college in England and
That's
had
cool.
babies.
But that's so cool how people can come
But
together
it
like
is a
that,
trip.
man.
And like especially with if it wasn't for war in Middle East, like if it wasn't for war, I was born in England, but we moved to Shimlan right outside of Beirut when I was like 2. And if it wasn't for war, we would have never left,
Yeah.
you know. And
I've been doing the cruise ship thing, man. I had the opportunity to hell's going on here? To visit a lot of those places, and I really
in the Mediterranean. You went in the Mediterranean.
yeah.
cruise?
Tunisia was
Croatia.
a
Did you go to Croatia?
Croatia,
Yeah.
awesome.
Don't
you
talk
know.
about it.
Yeah, Jordan wants to go there for our honeymoon. That's a year late.
Okay.
But yeah, love Croatia. Love that whole area, man. And Tunisia, Casablanca, legendary city from Hollywood. But, the city itself is really cool and rich in culture. And so, I wish that it was more peaceful. But they love tourists. Like they love, from my experience, they love people coming in for tourism. So, I don't know.
Well, no,
maybe right now is not a good time, but like when it all settles,
like as far as booty goes and people goes, that's what's important to not talk about or engage in the rotten apple.
Yeah.
As long as we all stay off the rotten apple, I think people can basically appreciate places for what they are.
Oh, we speak
100%.
We're speaking goodness into reality.
Yeah, I love that.
Manifest
You are right.
positivity.
That's absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So wait, is Croatia your favorite
Wait, favorite what?
place over there?
No.
Oh.
Lebanon is.
Oh, well.
Obviously,
where-
Lebanon is cool joint, man.
My family home is still up in the mountains outside of Beirut, 45 minutes outside of Beirut.
We can go there too.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right,
So
I'm
fun.
in. Let's do it.
We'll roast a goat.
Sweet.
I love it. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Goat is delicious. Love
Kevin's
goat.
on board now that we're roasting a goat.
know.
Once I said roast a goat, this guy's eyes lit
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Love goat.
I'm in. So I'm going to talk about just so we don't get stuck here in interview hell, man. But I do want to know the stuff about you, man. You're a fascinating guy, man.
Thanks, Brad. Thank you.
I do want to talk about your latest single, Monkeys on Parade. It's got a pretty interesting backstory. I've heard. So tell us a little bit about the process behind that track and what it means to you.
Okay, so I released that in March, I believe, and COVID did something to us all. Obviously, we all know about those 2-3 heinous years.
Yeah.
I was with my partner, the mother of my kids, for a couple decades, and COVID pretty much parted our ways. And so during that time, I was writing, and that song is basically about saying, I wrote a song that was basically like, let's go our own ways. It's all good while we're out on our own ways. I'm gonna have a good time where I am, and ready to throw the flag at any time to come home. Obviously, I wrote that 2 years ago. Any song you write is kind of a memory or a testament in time. So
Yeah, it's like a time capsule.
It's a time capsule. It's a little bubble. So when I feel that, when I hear that song, and was so happy to put it out a couple months ago, it just reminds me of a pivotal time in my life.
I love that, man.
And yeah, I mean, and the next song I'm gonna put out is pretty much chained to that time. So they're kind of like back in the record days, you'd have an A and a B side.
Sure.
Like I'm releasing the B side of it, which is great, because the B side basically talks less about, hey, we're going our separate ways, and it's about you. And the B side is more like I'm out here like winging it, but I call it Wartime League, because
Wartime League.
I'm a huge football fan, like soccer fan. And I'm kind of obsessed with the history of the Wartime League. Like during World War II,
Mm-hmm.
all these plumbers, just people who were working who were too old to go to war. Well, they still needed a football league. They still needed professional sports during the war. So they just called up all these fat, lazy bastards. Like we could all be on a fucking professional soccer team
like
during war.
the Peaches, like the girls' baseball team, right?
Yeah. So
the cameraman would have it
that
easy.
B-side
we
song,
slowly lumber across the field.
that B-side song is basically about like, I'm in the Wartime League. Yeah, this is all I know how to do. And then throwing up the fingers when you backflip.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it, man. Is it in the can, or you still have to record it?
No, I've started recording it, or I recorded it, and it's actually a solo song. I did it on the piano, and I do like this Baroque classical stuff at the beginning. And then it's actually, again, an ode to Leon Russell, because I do something, music, theoretically, I do it a lot like him, like do that for a bit. But it's just piano and stand-up bass.
So cool, man.
Bass.
I love it. I love it. I just got a couple more questions before we're going to get a tune out of you.
Okay.
And it's good that Kevin is here, because it really is just talking about your other projects. You know, we know your solo stuff, but you also are involved with the Brothers After All project, which Mitch and Kevin were guests presenting that here on our show.
Nice.
God, 1,000 years ago at this rate.
It was like 4 or 5 months ago.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
Feels
I remember it. I saw it. Yeah.
And then I saw that you do a Dr. John tribute as well, which I think is cool. So tell us about those projects and what's going on with all of that.
So as far as the Dr. John thing, you guys all know Terra Famata.
Yeah.
I love that place. It's kind of like, it's the place that gave me a home here to perform when I moved down here. And I love it. I love Eric. I love Al. I love Jason Perini. I love Tom. I love all those guys. And so the Dr. John thing really is just every Fat Tuesday I do a Dr. John tribute at Terra. You know, and it
makes
fun.
Perfect sense.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like so fun. And last time people are coming, and you know, like we got 400 people through the door, and it was a party. It was great.
So cool.
And yeah, the Allman Brothers thing kind of goes back to when I was talking before about when we were all in the car as teenagers,
right?
And listening to music and wishing you were on that stage. Like, that's what the Brothers After All project is to me, is that I get to sing with my friends songs I've been singing since I was a teenager.
Man,
it's amazing.
Dude, it's so good.
Great.
And you guys are
so good.
You guys are so good. I have when we take our hard break to refill and pee and do all the things, because that's what we do. Live show, baby. I have a clip from the 420, or not a clip, it's a whole song. It's a very long song from the 420 festival that you guys did. I think it's Jessica.
Nice.
So you guys will get a taste of the Brothers After All. But yeah, it's so well done. All of you guys, and they have the double drummers and the whole 9 yard, like, and it's LaChavo and Hosni Frank. Like, come
and
on.
And Hosni Frank's my band's drummer. And,
right.
And Mike is becoming to get involved with us too, with my personal band, because like he's such a good, just all around percussionist. But yeah, us having those three, like Mitch and Hosni and Mike, is kind of key to it, to that.
No
that
question,
gig, right?
And people ask, like, why do you need three drummers? And the only example that I have is our first show. I think it was our first show at Terra Firmata, and the late great Scott Benge sat in with us.
Yeah.
And we're at sound check, and Scott is just kind of sitting cross-legged on the floor, adjusting his guitar, getting ready, and he looks up at me. He's like, "There's no room on the stage. Like, why do you guys got to have like three drummers? It seems redundant." And right then, all three drummers, as part of the sound check, started playing, and Scott just looked up at me and went, "Oh,
you got it.
I get it now." Because it was like,
By the way,
it was power. It's power.
After 25 years and maybe, I don't know, 3,500 gigs I've played, I've never enjoyed a set break as much as just a set break so the drummers can play. Like with these guys.
Right.
Yes.
Like I take a 20-minute break and they go out and
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's you can get your shopping done and
oh, come on. You're going to talk to Tracy. I'm getting another beer. We know what we're doing.
these guys truly, this rhythm section, full of talented players, truly, properly tributes the 3 percussionist setup that the Allman Brothers had.
Yeah, no, it's killer, man.
Yeah, it's and to stand in front of it is just like it's like getting run over by a triple wide train.
Yeah, it feels really good.
All right, so just a couple more questions, man. What's your favorite instrument or piece of gear that you can't leave home without? Comes to every gig, you have to have it.
Probably my organ. I mean, I'm not the most proficient keyboardist or pianist. Like I like what I do, but with the organ, I feel like it's my slide guitar. You know?
Yeah.
Like if someone plays a slide guitar, that's my instrument.
Now was piano or keys or organ, was that your first instrument, or what was your first dive into playing an instrument?
My brother's preoccupied ass at 8 years old bought like 10 lessons on the sax, and he did 1, so I got 9 of them.
Well, right on.
And then in 5th grade I got a snare drum, and then I just played drums until I was about 18 or 19 years old.
No kidding.
So I played drums on the piano or on the keyboards.
But
like
yeah,
that's what I do is I play the drums.
I was gonna say it seems pretty, like an organ is a pretty percussive instrument, or can be, or Hammond particularly.
Well, annoyingly, it's the least percussive out of all of them, as far as like that's probably why I like it, because I feel like I'm always learning on it, because you can't be like on the piano. You can do 20 notes in a row, but if you do it on an organ, it gets all blended and you can't hear it. So it's all like whole note progressions, but it's still my comfort. I'm just saying, like, the piano is where I started listening to Grateful Dead, Fish, and stuff, and I'm like playing the drums on it. But yeah, the organs. You don't see many of us playing actual organ anymore.
Yeah, Well, I know we're gonna
it on like a keyboard or whatever.
But we're gonna see it in just a minute.
Yeah.
Are you ready to jam? You ready to do some?
Play one right now?
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Do you need a minute? Do you need
any
you need a refresher?
Yeah, I could take a refresher.
All right, somebody get this man a drink. Little Makers on the Rocks.
I need one too. I'll get you one.
Not you, really? Kevin. You have work to do.
Yeah, you're doing the same.
Okay. One of you guys hanging out, go get him a Makers on the Rocks, and we're gonna send you back
and a Jack on
to the stage area, and Kevin's gonna get you dialed in while Lefty's making his way back there, and Elly's making a drink.
I'm so excited. I love the organ.
I know. Jordyn was like, "Oh my god, he plays the organ!"
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah, and she was freaking out. It was awesome.
Take me to church.
Take me to church. All right. So while he's going back there and makes his way to the stage, be sure to smash that subscribe button and visit us at jnclive.tv and shoot us a text at 321-345-6658. That's awesome. That sounds so cool. All right, we're going to head over to the JNC soundstage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lefty Hathaway.
Take a listen to the whistle around the top. I've been frozen with the notion that you're mine. If you see your heart, it is divine. And your blood pouring out like wine. Keep my mind from If I ain't by your side, it can't wait. The monkeys are on parade, and I can't waste your time if you ain't in line since you went away. I come running when I hear your sweet talk, and I'm frozen with an ocean of our minds. You're a banshee commenting on the nature of my crimes. Yeah, and the devil's in your dreams and going wild. You don't have to help me. Oh, yeah. Oh, if I ain't by your side, it can't wait. The monkeys are on parade, and I can't waste your time if you ain't in line since you went away. Oh, the symptoms of the dead. Watch your headspace. Not that mean, I just take everything with an ounce of rage. Oh, testify, testify. You don't want to put the past away. Satisfied, oh, satisfied to live your life this way. Lays a white flag into the storm. I'm coming home. By your side, it can't wait. Monkeys are on parade. If I can't waste your time, if you ain't in line since you went away. We're going to do another one right now. All right. So, before I was saying that this song has like a B-side to it, I'm going to try that one. When I was a kid, I thought I was so special about what I had, just to find my head in the sand. Now I roll tobacco from cigarette butts I have. no prejudice and carpet salad. Wilted leaves start to droop. Oh, in the water, plenty of the sun. Can't get a real job, this is all I want to do. This is all that I am. My baby, now she tell me to dream on carelessly. The angles that may dangle. I'm a monkey in a wartime league. It's a gypsy conspiracy. Oh, I'm drunk and wasted. Oh, every time I think of you and the pleasant times we had. Tabled down by ancients, the path from me to you. Don't let the devil draw the line in the sand. Wilted leaves start to droop. Ain't no water, plenty of the sun. Can't get a real job, but this is all I want to do. This is all that I am. My baby, she tell me to dream on carelessly. The angles that may dangle. I'm a puppet in a wartime glee. Burns this melody. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Oh, one more?
Don't threaten us with a good time.
I'll threaten you later.
Or do you want to save it? I got another spot for you to play.
Yeah, let's save it.
All right.
That's what she said.
All right. So Lefty's making his way back here.
Good job, man. So that was the song you're talking about, the B-side for Monkeys on Parade.
I said monkeys just for you, even though it's supposed to say puppies.
Oh,
I
that was
screwed
nice.
up the lyrics as an ode to you.
Oh, well, thank you. You know how much I love your monkeys.
For everything, dude.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
you guys.
very slick.
Yeah,
So listen, we got some whining puppies.
Yes.
It's the
They're
fur
just
brigade.
They're just gonna have to wait. They're gonna have to wait. So listen, are you guys ready to put your knowledge of popular music to the test?
There is no such thing when
In
it comes
another
to me.
thrilling round of Name That Tune, let's do it. All right. Yes, we got Name That Tune here. And as always, we invite all of our live viewers to play along with us in the chats and comments. We're looking for the name of the song and the artist or band performing it. Tonight's category is, are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Hammond cheese sandwich.
Oh, my.
Songs that feature heavily the Hammond organ, or so I've been told. You can let them out, Jordyn, if you want to let them out.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, so they're not barking at the door because they want to go out.
Oh, thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
I thought you said they could wait.
No, clearly they can't.
Oh, okay.
Clearly Indy needs to go out immediately.
No, it's not her.
So while Jordyn's taking care of that, Lefty. So, name of the game. You already seem like you know what you're
ready.
doing. All right, so you're gonna write it down. You're gonna wait, and we're gonna see if our viewers out there get the answer too. And then when I say it, you can turn it around. Ready? Are we ready to play?
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to play in the bar area?
No, we gotta know from there.
We got some guests in the bar. I should have threw a camera out there.
The bar cam is not functioning today.
That's why they're out there. Is because there
I guess
isn't
that
a
makes
camera.
sense.
I think they're grateful for that.
I'm ready.
All right. First clue. Name that tune. Hammond cheese sandwich. Let's do it. Oh, the look on Jordyn and Elly's face.
I know it. I just don't know it.
He knows it.
I feel that.
Kevin's so cocky right now. Look at him. Look at that.
Let me take a peek at the chats.
Oh, you're gonna say the band too?
And if you guys are listening
Yeah,
in
that's
on
the deal.
Short
You
Life
gotta
Radio,
tell.
Oh, really?
Yes.
you can text us at 321-345-6658.
Focus, focus.
Okay.
Jaybird, not Clapton. Al, not Our House.
No comparing answers.
No
over there.
cheating. Not fair. Stop it.
All right, what do you guys have here in the lounge? Let's see it. Oh, Kevin's got it there.
Oh.
It is Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum. I don't know how to pronounce the first name. I think that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a name.
It's also something that your urologist does to you when you're like 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already had it.
Yeah, he gets a whiter shade of pale on his face.
No, the band name.
Oh.
The Procol Harum.
That too, though. Nice job, you guys. All right, next clue here.
I'm an ancient music archaeologist, so I know these things.
This one is good. This is one of my favorites. It reminds me of the Love Doctors. It's instrumental, so there's no lyrics. Sorry. Lefty Hathaway has already locked in his answer. He's ready. Ooh, he almost gave it up. Kevin's locked it in there. All right, we're not. And Jaybird says, "I know the tune well. I know it's one of those very familiar tunes." All right, let's see. Let's see what
you know why?
Why?
Because it's song from movies.
Song from movies. Yeah, no.
It is.
Al said, "I love the song, but doesn't know it." What do you guys got?
Green Onions, dude.
It
By
is
Lefty Hathaway.
It is Green Onions.
Funny story. Booker T.
By Booker T.
Tell us. Yeah.
He worked for a while. Like he was like touring like 10 years ago.
Booker T and the MGs.
Yeah, he
Oh.
was amazing.
Was a good
That was used by the Bob and Tom show, right?
Yeah, actually, I don't know. If
It was the Love Doctors.
Love Doctors. Oh.
I don't know if you all know the band Drive-By Truckers. Out
Yeah.
of Athens, Georgia,
Yep.
my musical hometown.
Drive by Truckers.
Mm-hmm. But they actually took him on the road for a bit, like 2 seasons, I think.
No
Booker
kidding.
T with him.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Oh no way! Booker's still alive.
Yeah, because Patterson Hood, his dad was part of the Muscle Shoals crew, who
Okay, yeah.
was instrumental in stuff like Booker T. Washington.
Yeah. Instrumental in just about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
All right, next clue. You guys ready for this? So good, right? Blues Brothers vibes.
I know it.
Yeah, it's funny. Jaybird brings up a good point in the chat, and he's like, "It's amazing how many songs you know by heart, but have no idea who the artist is or even the name of the song." And I think it's funny.
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
I know this. I'm probably wrong.
Jaybird got the name of the song right,
Okay.
but not the, but no guess even on the artist. Are you drawing a blank there, Kev?
I know who it is. I can see his face. I can hear his voice.
Elly's got it down.
There's not enough guitar in it for Kevin.
Yeah, that's exactly it. All this organ talk is getting me distracted.
Oh boy, great big organs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see what you guys got. Come on.
Oh, I got nothing.
I'm so wrong, probably.
It is
Give me some lovin'.
It is give me some lovin'. But not by the Lovin' Spoonful.
Who's it by?
It's by the Spencer Davis Group.
Oh, I always hated that.
Well, what's the kid who sang it? He was 16 years old when he sang this. And he also did some other songs. He's an English singer.
Spencer Davis?
Nope. It's
I don't know.
That's the right answer. So, he's beating around a empty bush.
yeah.
And nobody wants to do that.
I do that as
You're
often as I
wasting your
can.
time, buddy.
Sorry, yes.
All right, next clue.
I know this one.
Oh, yeah. I did this one specifically for Jordyn. Extra points if you can name the bass player of this band.
I should know that.
Yeah, you should.
I've just recapped my pen. I know I'm out for this
You're
round.
out.
Locked and loaded, Brad. Locked and loaded.
All right.
Not a strong one.
Locked and loaded. Jaber said Robbie Krieger.
Well, he's wrong.
Is that the
Guitar player
Guitar player, yeah.
from The Doors.
Is it Ray?
Manzarek.
Damn
it. May I unload
Please.
my
Please
answer board?
unload. Let's see. What do you got?
Light My Fire, Lizard King Quartet, Ray Manzarek.
Yes. Okay. Nice job. The Doors. The Doors. Come on, baby.
Come on, baby, light my fire.
Nice.
Come on, baby.
All right.
Jim Morrison from Melbourne, Florida.
From Melbourne, Florida.
Stop
Australia.
taking Florida credit for bands.
Yes. All the best bands come from Florida.
I know, but he's from
Get over it.
Venice, California.
No, he's from Melbourne, Florida.
I mean, he died here for sure. Did he die here, or
I
was
thought
he just
died
buried here?
No, he died in
Like
Paris.
France, yeah.
Read his book. Talks about his childhood
Yeah, I should probably.
in Melbourne,
I'm just going to
Florida.
not talk about.
I mean,
Jim
next
Morrison.
you're going to tell me Allman Brothers are from Florida.
Yes, they are. Daytona Beach,
That was
Florida.
my whole point.
Young man.
Oh,
Control
maybe
yourself.
keep that in your noggins here.
Here we go. Next.
Last clue.
Next.
Run down. I've been
Georgia
lied
band.
to. Run down. I've been lied to.
Let us know what you think. Oh, the doggies want back in. God, they're so needy, those dongs, aren't they?
They're very vocal.
Yeah.
It's because they have no thumbs. They can't open a dang door.
You know what? My cats know how to open doors.
Well, the cats are terrifying.
Cats do a
They
good
are
job at that.
apex
actually.
predators
They're not from
in
planet Earth.
a box size, like in a compact size. It's unbelievable.
So much better than
just
dogs.
handheld lions.
Locked
you know?
in, Brock.
All right,
I just called him Brad Brock.
that's my name.
I know, but
Did you put it together?
It was one word.
It was Broad.
Brad.
Broad.
like riff thumbs.
Yeah, it sounds like a great sausage.
Oh my.
Broadcourse.
Wait. Say that one more time.
No, I don't need sound bites. No lefty
late.
sound
That's
bites.
what she said.
One and done.
Sounds like.
Good night.
Let's see what you guys got.
We live in the future. They can rewind it.
Oh, come. Turn it around.
You're
Try
such
again.
an asshole.
Try again.
Really?
Are you just messing with him?
Yeah,
What?
he's messing. That was whipping post, dude.
Oh, dang. I've been drinking.
Are you?
Yeah. Hey,
It is.
mine's called Kevin's Tiny Bits. Brothers
What
after
did
all.
you-
This is my hilarious bit.
Really?
You have the Allman Brothers. You put the cap on.
Yeah.
I've
Ellie's
been
out.
lied to.
Yes, it is Whipping Post. The Allman Brothers.
Oh, my. I just totally did that.
Kevin, I thought you were fucking with us, dude.
I thought he was,
have
too.
lost my.
You lost your mojo. Great job, you guys.
This is truly a cocktail. Right
That
here.
is a cocktail. I don't want that.
With the banana inside of it.
Gross.
All right. So,
It was hilarious bits, by the way. I'm sorry.
does anybody? Do we need some refills? Or anybody need to pee? Let's take a quick break. We're gonna take a because we're ending off here on Whipping Post. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to put Lefty on the hot seat,
I'm ready.
and then we'll get some more tunes here. You're listening to JNC. Don't go away.
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment, but first a shout out to our June keg sponsor Mike Farrow and his brand new album, The Big Dog Sessions. Would you like to become a JNC keg sponsor? Reach out and ask how. And now back to the jams and the cocktails.
That was Brothers After All performing Jessica at the 420 Festival. Yeah, killer job, Kev.
Thank you so much. We do our best to do homage to the great brothers.
And is it true that you played through that personally with a killer toothache, right? Or the onset of a killer toothache?
Yeah, that weekend. Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
horrific.
Yeah, but you got to sort it out now. It's good, right?
Yeah, I've sorted it out. That tooth is gone. If you'd like to see the massive
Not interested.
gash, and I'm still healing from that.
Oh,
but I've been
God.
cleared for straw usage. So
That's good. It's nice to be cleared for straw usage.
You never thought something would be so valuable, huh? Sucking out
well,
of a
for the
straw.
first time. Let's not get crazy here, but for the first time in my life, I don't have all my teeth.
It's crazy.
Weird feeling, huh?
I'm living here in this
I don't like that.
currently in my life with more teeth than I desire. So
You got your wisdom teeth.
Oh
coming
God,
in.
and they're just coming through, and I can't.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
You just got to put something in your mouth and chew on it.
Yeah, it's better now. It's better now. Jordyn was she's the most wonderful wife in the world, right?
Oh, sure.
Because I bought some grapes and she was like, I'm gonna put some grapes in the freezer, and you could just gnaw on those whenever you're teething like the infant
I was
that you are.
wondering why there were grapes in your
Have you
freezer.
ever had a frozen grape?
They're amazing.
No,
good.
my teeth
Yeah.
are really sensitive.
So
My
she's-
grapes are frozen.
She's
See?
delicately
Thank you.
feeding you frozen
15
grapes as you
years.
lay on your Roman couch.
Yeah, and I'm teething at the same time because I'm a
That's-
child.
And then they
Freaking
dual
awesome.
purpose as ice cubes also.
Yeah, you can
Drink,
put 'em in
and
your
you get a little
wine.
treat.
Oh, great.
And your
No,
wine.
yeah, you put them in your wine. It's much better.
Grapey ice cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome. Well, I don't know why I went to Elly there. Looking pensive.
There's a bunch in the freezer if y'all want to try.
Yeah,
All right.
I got some grapes in my fridge. Now I
Yeah.
got to put them in my
No, we
freezer.
don't.
Or if you're
yeah, you
teething.
gotta give it a shot.
If you're teething, it's good.
Yeah, if you're teething like I am,
So, by the way, you're saying you still have your wisdom teeth?
I do, and they're like
Okay.
still continuing to push through
Can I tell
and
you
come
something?
through.
He's currently teething in
Like-
the back.
Back here. I got them out when I was like 16. I still feel the fucking holes in the back.
See, that's why I'm
Oh.
like, they're not. They cause me pain only when they're pushing through, but they're not impacted.
I mean,
There's
you're
space, like,
basically
they're
a
coming through.
Viking. You're a Viking.
Yeah.
You have your wisdom teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
Strong
like it
as bull.
keeps me wise. And who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, you have like 54 teeth.
I'm
in your
stoked
mouth.
about it.
Yeah.
And I use it. I use each and every one of them.
Better for chewing.
Before we get too far into, Lefty, you accompanied Kevin on his journey to Memphis for the International Blues Challenge. Is it true that you destroyed the Hammond organ that they had on the stage and they did not use it again for the rest of the weekend?
So, by the way, that was a great trip.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the first night we had Memphis has maybe 6 to 8 good, solid 50, 70-year blues clubs.
Right.
Like they've had fucking sweat on that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And the place we played, what was it, 2 nights? We did 2 nights.
2 nights.
That place was incredibly reputable. Alfredo, what was it called? Do you remember?
Alfred's.
Yeah. And they had a House B3, and most clubs inherit Hammond organs from churches nearby.
Sure.
So they had one for a while, but the one they brought out, I believe, was like the sound companies. Anyway, yeah, within the first 15 minutes, like we were just trying to not play, because the band before us was like, you got 12 minutes of a dude just BB King, rocking on stage, and I feel like we came out, we played some real music, so I got really excited. Because I hadn't been to Memphis in like at least a decade. So.
Oh man, well, nothing like a welcome home. Let me rock so hard that I wreck the.
It was a great crew too. We had a nice house, and
it was good.
It was a good crew.
And I must say, Lefty did not break the organ.
I broke the organ.
No. Let me tell you what.
I remember when I broke the organ.
As the guy whose name is on the bill, okay, they came up and told me. It was like, because I was like, "Where's our organ? Like, our organ player needs an organ." And they said, "We have removed it from the stage because we feel as though it's an unfair advantage."
Yeah.
After we played. Yeah, we were the last band on the first night. And after everybody got to use it, and Lefty played it, and then as soon as Lefty Hathaway played that organ, they removed it from the stage because they felt as though it was an unfair advantage. And that's the truth.
That's amazing. What did you play the rest of the trip?
What was there when we played the second night?
As someone who doesn't play a harmonica, right? Someone who like has to carry gear. I've showed up. I played at plenty of gigs. I like plastic keys, or you know what I mean? Like
yeah. Just a Nord.
Well,
Nord, live
Nords
that life.
Nice. But yeah,
They put in a Casio.
They literally blocked off the keyboard because after they saw Lefty play, they told me it was unfair. After Lefty had played it, it was our unfair advantage.
Oh man! All right, you guys. Well, are you ready to Lefty set that keyboard on fire? Are you ready to sit in the hot seat?
Yeah, I'm really ready for the hot seat.
All right. Well, ladies,
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Jordyn,
children of all ages.
What am I not? What's gonna happen?
This is the Lipton tea. Prepare yourself.
Ready.
I'm ready.
Hello and welcome to Inside the Lipton Tea. I'm Brad Brock, playing the part of James Lipton, host of Inside the Actor Studio, and I'm here with Lefty Hathaway. Lefty, have you ever seen Inside the Actor Studio, the television show?
Condolences to the leader of that show. But we are ready to go, yes.
He died many years ago. But he always ended his episode with his guests with a series of questions. Do you remember them?
I remember a portion of them.
Well, here they come.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So this is rapid fire. So
I'm Robert De Niro.
Right from the
You're him, 1989. Let's go.
Here we go. Oh, it set the scene. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm still smoking this cigarette
I can
because
see
it's
it.
the 89s.
Yeah, not the 99s or the 2009s or have we
there was
passed
no
the
89s as if that 1 year
we've
was
passed
like
the
a-
two
an
the
era.
2019s.
I went plural. Sorry. Come on. I'm ready. Come on, Lipton.
Lefty,
What you got?
what is your favorite word?
Omnipotent. We spoke about it before.
We spoke about this. What is your least favorite word?
Revengeful.
Full. Revengeful.
Mm-hmm.
Lefty, what turns you on?
My woman.
That's a good answer. That's solid.
It's the honest truth.
What turns you off?
My ex-woman.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
We'll fix that in post.
Touchdown.
Lefty, what sound or noise do you love?
My woman.
I feel a trend. A trend here.
No. Honestly, let me tell you. Honestly, the best sound in the world is an appropriate clarinet. Like,
there's no such thing as an appropriate clarinet. Unless you're in
if the song comes
New
in
Orleans
and suddenly
on
there's
Fat
a
Tuesday.
bird. There's a bird that's like.
I need an
You're
example.
talking about Prokofiev
Okay,
right
you
here?
need Back Pocket by Wolfpack.
Wolfpack back pocket. Put that right. Somebody write that down.
Put it
I don't know how to
down.
spell that.
Y'all listen
An
to it.
appropriate
hold on,
clarinet.
Yeah. And then actually it's an oboe fuck, but it's still clarinet worthy.
You're cursing at
Clarinet.
me because you got the instrument wrong?
Or an oboe
No,
fuck.
but it was a soprano oboe.
A
I
soprano
think, in
oboe?
my head.
There's no... What?
They're dorks,
Don't
dude.
talk
They're
about
dorks.
knowing
They
what
have
you're-
all sorts of instruments.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
All
A
right,
soprano oboe.
But still, Brad, please
There's no
put
such
down Back Pocket,
Back pocket.
Wolfpack, and then the
Whom I
solo-
love. I think they're a great band.
They're fantastic. And then the last solo of that song
Is an
what-
appropriate placed oboe.
was my answer to whatever your question was, like 45 seconds.
What sound or noise do you hate? Oh no! Was that it? Was that the
No.
answer?
No.
An
What sound or noise
inappropriate
do you
clarinet
No.
that's really an oboe?
Here's a sound I hate. Smug, open mouth eating. I hate it.
Emphasis on the smug.
Smug is important.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you something. You know?
Oh yeah, no. I know.
It's a
I know the
horrible
type.
noise.
I know the type.
It is.
It depends upon your physical placement.
It's my brother. What is your favorite curse word?
Bollocks.
Bollocks.
Always.
Oh, one's from the UK, always from the UK. Bollocks.
So
Because honestly, you could say bollocks and not get in trouble by your parents.
Yeah.
I've been saying bollocks for so long. And like anytime you say bollocks, you can work your way out of it. And my sons, my Florida and Georgia born sons, use bollocks and they're like, hey. And I'm like, all right.
Hey. It's free game.
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know if we've gotten bollocks before. We've
What
gotten
are-
some
what
interesting
what
ones.
actually are bollocks?
It's balls.
Testicles.
Testicles.
Kevin.
Okay. I did,
Hilarious bits.
Now, if you want to say something that is very cool, hilarious.
Balls!
You know, you call it dog's bollocks, and that's something that's pretty cool.
Or honestly, one of the best part about England being like a proper place, like imperial, proper, everything. Like if I see an English guy I haven't seen in a while, I give him a hug, he gets uncomfortable. Like everything's proper. The fact that one of the number one selling albums of all time in England was Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols is like, yeah, it's such a fucking,
I'll have to re-listen to that. 'cause
Yeah.
that sounds.
it's like when you moon someone down the highway and it's like a bus of nuns.
Oh,
That's
God.
what they did.
Now, I want to make a very clear distinction that when he talked about never mind the bollocks, he had a very sophisticated English accent. But when he talked about mooning on the highway, suddenly he switched to his Tulsa accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It moves back and forth.
It's as if, well, they don't really even have highways in England. So if you're
Well,
going to be on the highway in America, it's the only chance
Concrete and
to moon
grass
some nuns.
move much differently when you're cruising down the street.
That sounds like a lyric.
Write
Concrete
that
and
down.
grass move much differently when you're going down.
Right? It's true. It's
Well, Lefty,
it's all faded.
I got a couple more questions.
That's epic words from Lefty Hathaway.
Fuck off.
No sarcasm. That's fucking cool as shit. Stop it. Now go on.
What profession,
Ella.
other than your own, would you like to try? A nun?
No.
A bollocks?
No.
Non-bollocks.
In all honesty, I would love to be a marine biologist.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
But only because of my past experience. And I like looking at animals, and I love the ocean. And I spent 20 years focusing on sea turtles. And I love it. And I mean, that's the truth.
That's awesome.
If I wasn't a musician, that'd probably be my passion.
We'll blame the kids in grade school for all of this.
I always look at animals and I'm like, I'm sorry.
That's fair, bro.
All of them. Every time I'm just like, sorry.
So you have a new album title. Never mind the sea turtles. This is Lefty Hathaway.
Never mind the sea turtles. Here's the bollocks. Come on, man.
Oh well, sorry. I'm just trying
I
to
set you up. That was a softball.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay.
So what profession
me.
would you not do under any circumstance? No way, no how.
I think I would never be a police officer.
Really?
Honestly, like any law enforcement, because I have bad luck. But I'm not saying I didn't do something. But I've messed with those people for a while in my life. And even the ones I know who, retired from it, whatever, I love them. But yeah, I would never be law enforcement.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever get
It's like an Imperial
on that.
soldier, right? Or it's like the Star Wars Empire. The
It's
stormtroopers.
it's like the
a
most
stormtrooper.
thankless.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely one of the most thankless jobs out there, and
Or you can just meet someone say, I have power over you instantly.
Yeah, and there's
For
that
nothing.
too. You know, it's just this big stigma, but I get it. I would never be also.
But God bless the troops. And I support law enforcement.
That didn't sound condescending at all. Good job, Mr. Englishman.
No, I didn't mean to. I'm just saying I wouldn't be those people because it's a hard job. I respect them.
Yeah, no.
I respect plenty of them. I have people in my life who are like that. But
Same.
I would never do it because I'd be really bad at it.
I would be the worst.
Oh, yeah, everyone. If I was a cop, everyone would die.
Yeah.
Every time.
You love Bruce,
everyone
you
would
love
die
Bruce
every
Willis
time.
Way too much.
You speeding, death. You piss me off, death.
Everyone goes.
I mean, it would definitely thin the herd. Finally.
All right, I'm ready.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Hey man, you did your best, bro. No, that's not true. That was a joke.
Here's
a joke.
Here's a sticker.
No, here's a sticker. Honestly,
it should be like, come in.
No. Honestly, if I was at pearly gates and the man himself and all my representation of good welcomed me in, I honestly would probably let go of centuries of doubt and be a happy man. And in the meantime, that's what you shoot for. I don't know if you know what I mean by that.
I totally get it.
Sticker.
I think what you're trying to say, or at least the way that I'm perceiving it, is regardless of what you believe, you should believe enough to be good just in case. And that's kind of how I live my life. I wouldn't say that I'm like a solid Catholic or a Christian or whatever.
No.
But I do try to live my life in the off chance that I do find myself at the pearly gates, and I'm like, well, I'm glad I gave it the old college try.
Well, no, I'm just saying more and this is a tangent, and I'll make it really quick, but there are Girl Scouts who sell cookies. If you want cookies, you don't need to know that the Girl Scouts are the ones who are giving you cookies. You know what I mean? And so at the end of the day, we just all need to be good people.
Yeah.
Politics behind of whatever label you're behind or person you're behind needs to please just go.
Yeah.
Because I would rather have a conversation with a kind person than someone who I feel like has an agenda to which labels they put on themselves.
I like that.
You
and I agree with that. Yeah.
So if I can find the people who do that, whether we're sitting at the table and we can be doing that,
yeah,
then those are the people I'll hub around.
That's it. You build your tribe.
And then at the end of the day, when big man comes up, you're like, hey, I did my fucking best.
I did my best.
Dude, can I get you a beer? Oh, you made beer? Okay. For me personally, can I play you a song? Can I just, blah? And then he'll be like, okay, you do what you do.
I love it. I love it. You know what? You did pretty good on the hot seat. Lefty Hathaway. Nice job.
It's the bourbon you provide.
It's the best. It's the best in this house. All right, you guys. We've gotten to a point here where we're gonna do our shameless plugs. But you think you got one more tune in you, Lefty Hathaway?
I would love to.
All right.
Please.
So Lefty's going to go up there right after that. We're going to do our shameless plugs, and then we're going to bid you adieu. So Lefty's heading back to the JNC soundstage. Please hit that subscribe button. And like, share, and follow us on social media.
Wait, am I on mute?
Somebody texted us and said, hey, guys. But we don't know who you are. So on our JNC hotline at 321-345-6658, let us know who you are out there. But we love that you're texting us out there. All right, we're going to head over to the soundstage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up once again for Lefty Hathaway.
live on. one more?
Why not?
Yeah.
Jordyn says yes.
All right. We'll do one more. Coins in the water, filled it up. It ain't enough. Dreams untouched, for not forgotten. Means so much, means so much. It's in my blood. Take no quarter, keep in touch. Friends in arms, singing songs like a record in my head. I'm not dead, I'm not dead. Tent cities lay dormant, the concrete caves, the people stay inside one bright screen. Comfort me, comfort me. There's a record in my head telling me I'm not dead, like an old junkyard dog. I'm pleased to be only where I'm from. Mama, put me in your bed. I go to sleep in your head. Inside the myelin sheath comforts me, comfort me. Flying rabbit says I'm wrong. Should be out there hunting some 100 hawks way down a tree, but wrapped around the safety of your arms I'll sleep. Ain't no shelter in the street.
All right. So Lefty's going to make his way back here to the lounge, and we're going to do our shameless plugs. All right. This is the time where we go around. Oh, not name that tune anymore. This is the time where we go around the room and we talk about all the things that everybody should be looking for and checking out. So we're going to start off with our guest of honor, Mr. Lefty Hathaway. I'm going to turn their mic back on. And so tell us what everybody should be checking out, and where we could find you out around town and on the World Wide Web.
Of course. Yeah. So I have a new single coming out next week. I'm going to be putting out music for the next, probably about 18 months, a single every couple of weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. And then Brothers After All, we have some good shows coming up in the fall. Kevin, what's the name of that festival we're playing next month?
The Day Out of Time Festival.
Day Out of Time Festival. Check it out on social media. As far as my individual band, I've been like talking with some of the places like Wanabona's, Crazy Uncle Mike's, all the good music venues in this area, and we're trying to work dates out. So that's going to be good for 2024, 2025.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, and Brothers After All, I mean, we have like maybe 5 dates booked, right, through the end of the year in the Florida area. About that, yeah.
At least.
Yeah. We got a couple of them booked.
There you
So
go. Go to brothersafterall.com for details.
that's right. Thank you.
Do you have a website or a place where people can go and kind of see the culmination of everything?
Brad, like, honestly, I don't. I had one for a while, and it's more like just on Facebook. Yeah.
It's easy, man. That's where everybody is anyway. I totally get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Awesome. And your music, not just Monkeys on Parade, but all of your stuff is available Spotify, Apple, all those anywhere you stream music, really.
That's right. Like
Sweet.
on our distribution, I had a problem for a couple of years where I had to tussle to get some of my old music in the past 15 years back on online streaming. And
No kidding.
Yeah, it was a weird thing. Well,
I'm kind of going through that right now. There's one distributor that is they're pulling the plug on some stuff, and now I have to go and.
Well, I just got funded by a out of country label that left. Right. So, thank you very much.
That's a big deal. In case you don't know, that's a big deal.
Well, it is until suddenly they go like they disappear, and then they won't let you put your music online. But anyway,
ouch.
Yeah,
but that's good. You got it sorted out, and you're
sorted
out
out
there. That's great.
And, you know, for me, is the most important thing is just to be able to record any of the music I write by myself. You know?
Yeah, I love it.
And I'll work through like the whole putting on a Spotify playlist, all that stuff.
Nice.
At some point. Yeah.
Well, good deal, man. When's your next gig? When's the next time that we could see you out in the world?
So, it's not Days Between. What's it called, Kevin?
Day Out of Time.
Day Out of Time. That's probably the next time my own original band is
so
playing, and then
can I just Lefty is being modest. I want to go ahead and talk about the fact that Lefty Hathaway is freaking amazing.
Thanks, guys.
I'm a huge Lefty Hathaway fan. And the next Lefty Hathaway band show is at the Day Out of Time Festival.
Yeah.
Which is literally it's a backyard party in Grant, Florida. Grant, Valcaria, Florida. At Eddie Pace's house.
Well, right, but that's why I immediately turned to you, is because I'm like, you are working hard on this,
dude. You're an awesome
and
performer.
I'm ready to play.
You're being
but
like,
you tell us about that festival.
It's not my turn to do the plugs, but what I'm here to do is I'm here to.
They love each other.
We do love each other.
I love it.
Give Lefty some props.
By the way, just like
fucking awesome.
This conversation,
just so you know,
you can't have this conversation without at least 500 rehearsal.
It's true.
I did meet you at a rehearsal.
Shut up and say what you want to say.
I met Lefty Hathaway at a Brothers After All rehearsal.
Yeah.
And it was my favorite way. It's my favorite way to meet people. Because you say, hello, your car's in my way, and we got to go ahead and play, and like, why is this going on? And your wife is going to make cookies, and what the hell?
Your wife is.
and then all of a sudden, Lefty Hathaway shows up, and he starts banging on the keyboards and singing like a pro, and I'm like, oh, this guy. It's not just because he looks cool. He can actually fucking deliver. That's way cool. I got respect for that. That's how we met.
Bub.
All right. Before some more Hawk Tuah starts happening here in the JNC lounge,
You got another hot seat for me?
No, but I am gonna naturally send it to Kevin for any shameless plugs.
All right, I have so many shameless plugs. It's shameless.
Get it?
All right, so this weekend I am performing as the acoustic guitar player for the Freya band, and I'm so excited. My daughter is actually an awesome vocalist.
Yes.
Yeah, you told me that. That's
and
great,
she can
man.
sing and shit.
She's all confident. And
So
everything, yeah.
we're playing at Shay's Pub
Okay.
in Port St. Lucie.
Okay.
On
When? Saturday?
on Saturday night.
Okay.
If I could see, I would be able to tell you that it's June 29th. And then my next show is as a solo artist at Twisted Lime in Vero. Me and my acoustic guitar. It's very intimate.
Just you?
Just me and my acoustic guitar.
Okay.
I sang.
They make great margaritas there.
They
do.
do.
They?
Yes.
Vero Beach is like an anomaly.
It
and
sure
amazing.
is.
It's like in the. Have you ever seen that Stephen King story where something's in a bubble?
Yeah.
That's Vero Beach, and it's amazing.
Right.
And I love every single person in that bubble.
That's so cool.
That's true. That was just
So
a side note.
when Lefty
Side
thinks
bar.
of Vero Beach, he thinks of Stephen King, as many do.
As we all do.
All right, so then the next thing is July 13th. I'm playing again with my daughter as the band Freya at the Hobesound Farmers Market at 10 a.m.
Nice. On Sunday?
On it's Saturday, July 13th.
Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
And then Saturday, July 20th, the Kevin McLoughlin Band is playing at the Hop Life Brewery in Port St. Lucie, which is really a cool venue.
It's a great venue.
We were going to be just playing kicking ass.
Yeah,
And
we played there.
we're
You
not
and
even
I
gonna-
played there, remember?
Yes, we did.
And Jordyn roadied. And
He did.
Yeah.
He did. And he... we
But
broke
I'm
all
saying
kinds of shit.
We played
had
a good show
time
there. Remember
yes,
you
we
and
did.
You and I got drunk at the corner of the
We-
bar, and
we
we were
got
like, "Hey, good show."
We got so hammered that we broke
I
somebody's
remember.
car and shit.
Mhm.
It was awesome.
Oh, jeez.
All right, where am I?
Can't even imagine.
I just
No.
lost my place.
Imagine, Jordan.
And
Double trouble.
that
That's what we call
I
this.
suddenly feel as though I need a shower.
I told you.
I'm
from
not
the
sure what's
start.
going on
Why
here.
you putting me against him? I have to look at him.
Saturday, July 20th, the Kevin McLoughlin Band is playing a full band show at Hop Life.
Who's playing keys?
It will be the one and only Bill Bedwell, because Lefty Hathaway is far too expensive for me. Truly. And he's too loud. My drummer complains when he plays.
Yeah. Let's have a
And that's why I'm looking for other drummers. But anyway, love you, Mike.
Oh, these are real shameless
You want
plugs.
to buy my drummer / your drummer?
This is a whole ass.
I've totally already done that. in
We're
so
having
many ways.
therapy now.
You have no idea how much I've done
The
that.
logistics. You better separate.
But the
this.
most
I told
important
you.
shameless plug is the fact that Lefty Hathaway Band, the Kevin McLoughlin Band, Crazy Fingers, and the Brothers After All are performing at an amazing backyard party. And when we talk about backyard party, like, have you ever had a party at your house?
No,
And there's like a couple of people that show up.
Fest Part 2.
This is
That's Sunday.
Fort 20 Fest
Right.
Part 2.
Right.
When we say this is a backyard party, this is a party at Eddie Pace's house, and Eddie Pace's backyard has 10 acres, right? And
Well,
a
Eddie
30
is the
by
king of
60
North
stage.
Florida, so.
He lives in Grant, Florida, just north of everything in Florida. Just north of Sebastian, Florida. And Eddie does this often, and we've been lucky enough to acquire Eddie's property to do this kind of party that we're doing. And so what we've decided is that it's going to be an epic, memorable experience that people can become a part of. It's the exact bridge between a giant Wani Festival experience and a personal house party. It's exactly that in between. And so it features the Kevin McLoughlin band, the Lefty Hathaway band,
Wait, but
Crazy Fingers, and Brothers After All.
Hold on. Back up on Lefty Hathaway band. Go. Oh, and by the way, Lefty Hathaway band has a single that's releasing on Spotify next weekend.
That's the whole reason why we're doing the festival.
Right.
Is because Lefty Hathaway is releasing music.
I love you.
These two.
That was so easy. It's so easy.
Yeah, but we love each other, and we're truly doing this because why not? If you're going to do anything on the 26th and 27th of July, it so might as well. Oh, and by the way, this is a destination 2-day event. You can go ahead and back your RV into the property, even though it's just a guy's house. He's got like freaking 10 acres.
I'm sorry, but he has the best stage in a like
so tell
80
us,
to 100.
You've been there. You've actually performed there.
No. I played there, but just recently, he and Volkymon, like they built like a stage that honestly bests any stage 80 miles north or south.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's billed as a backyard party,
we
but
have
it's
a good
better
music
than most
community.
festivals.
Like if people pay attention,
the Treasure Coast is
if
better.
If people pay attention and follow where the bands are continuously like playing and the places that they're playing, they're gonna see good music. There's
Absolutely.
a good scene. There's like plenty of people, right? There's plenty of bands.
That's the reason why the Lefty Hathaway band has been included. Crazy Fingers has been included.
No, I think we pick, but in all honesty, this is a Brothers After All show.
Truly.
And Crazy Fingers.
But also
like,
on top
I'll
of
tell you
that,
something about Crazy Fingers. When we played at Terra at the last year at the Days Between thing, and it was Crazy Fingers and us, and we had just, it was like the third show we'd played. And we played, and all those guys have been playing this market. I mean, I knew Corey, their old guitar player. I knew him in Oklahoma 25 years
You're
ago.
kidding.
No, I know. Like, me and Corey played Eyes of the World on a fucking ranch in a random Oklahoma place. Like, and he told me, like, I met him, like, I loved him. Like, and he told me, I have a band called Crazy Fingers. I came down here to Florida, and this is that band. And I'm just saying, like,
that's a small world.
That's like a crazy full circle moment.
And it's so weird.
It's pretty awesome.
But like Crazy
You
Fingers,
got a connection to Crazy Fingers from fucking Oklahoma?
I have the weirdest connection with that band.
You were the weirdest.
And
regardless
I'm just
of
saying,
your connections, you
I'm
are
just
the
saying,
weirdest.
when we played at the Garden, it was Brothers After All, and it was Crazy Fingers. And we played Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Were you in on that, or was that just Pete? I know they came in on something we were playing at Terra. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I'm glad that thing we're doing at Eddie's is
Eddie
attached to
Pace.
those guys, because they're great fucking guys, man.
And just so you know, this whole thing is like, it's a guy's house. Like, and he makes it like, the whole vibe is that it's a smaller version of Wani Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been doing this because Wani Fest doesn't exist anymore.
Well, yeah.
And we hopefully everybody's going to be in on it, and we're going to go ahead and have a great 2-day festival camping available. And it's the perfect bridge between a house party and a multi-day music festival.
Nice.
I like it.
Oh, that was Jordan's head again.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Jordan, do you have any shameless plugs tonight?
No, sir. Thank you.
Any shameless plugs, Eleanor?
No.
Okay.
We're simple pimples.
Simple pimples. All right. Well, I'll very quickly get through my shameless plugs as well. I'm stoked about that event, man. I think I'm only gonna be able to make it for the second day, but but I do have intentions.
We're planning on
coming up.
glamping.
Yeah, Jordyn and them, they're planning on making a weekend out of it.
There
so.
are glamping spots available.
Perfect.
That's how they live. Like,
We'll take 6 of them.
yeah. So very quickly, shout out to our sponsors and partners at Code Rum, Sneaky Tiki, Leak Busters Roofing, of course, and the Bug Juice. Check out our partner podcasts at Drums and Rums, Riffs and Rhythms, 561 Music, Nia's My Rum Diaries, Ghost on the Ox, and the Al Beltran podcast. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Once again, shout out to Mike Farrow for being our keg sponsor this month. Go check out his new album, The Big Dog Sessions, wherever you listen to music. We're looking for our October keg sponsor, spooky season.
Rocktober.
Yes. Brocktober?
Brocktoberfest.
Brocktoberfest.
Whoa.
So if you've got a business or a project that you want to promote a little bit, or you just like to make sure that we have enough to drink here on the show, reach out to me, email, DMs, all good. You can text us at 321-345-6658. And there's a bunch of ways to get it sorted. It's a $100 sponsorship, super easy. And
I can tell you, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
As a what's the word? A veteran sponsor is insanely worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin was a sponsor.
The smartest in advertising money you've ever spent.
Yes, and definitely the smartest money I've ever spent on purchasing beer. It's just a no-brainer.
And then if you're the sponsor, you can come enjoy.
And then you can come and enjoy
beer,
it.
too.
It's so great.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
Come out and check out my one-man band show around town. You can find out where at bradbrock.com. And a new plug this week. If you want the most comprehensive local music calendar for the Treasure Coast area, check out localmusicfinders.com. John and Trish and their crew work super hard to make sure their calendar is accurate and up to date. I'm so annoyed at myself for not bringing it up earlier.
I'm a fan of theirs.
But I came across something of theirs today and was reminded that if you want to know who's playing where, they're the ones. They're the ones. You know, there was a couple others years past, but they are the ones now. They're the only ones.
Local Music Finders.
Localmusicfinders.com.
It's no wonder I've forgotten them so much. It's totally catchy.
Yeah, right. but that's where you can find them, and that is.
But they're great. They're great. They come out and they truly care about them.
They are awesome. Yeah. So support them. They also have Patreons and things like that. So support them because
they need a better name so that my feeble mind can remember them.
Yeah, but anything. We'll touch base.
We'll give them a better name.
But they are great. And that's my shameless plugs. Man, not a moment too soon. You guys, I hope that you all enjoyed our show tonight. Please give it up for our special guest, Lefty Hathaway. Dude.
Thank you for coming, Lefty.
So fun.
That was such a fun
I feel like there's so much more. There's so many stories.
We could talk for a long time, Brad.
And we'll do it again. Please come back. So. I hope that you'll come back and hang out with us. Did you have a good time tonight?
I had such a good time.
Awesome. Great.
Thank you. I have a babysitter with my 2 kids.
Oh,
I sent them back at the house. So I'm here.
Well, good. Nice. I love that.
I appreciate the Hawk Tuah.
And the bourbon. The bourbon's probably better.
No, but I love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Let's hear it for the JNC Destruction Crew. We got Jordyn and Elly and Kevin.
Hold on. It is unacceptable that we have omitted the Geordie files.
I know.
Oh.
I know. We're out of time.
He noticed.
We're out of time.
This is unacceptable.
Oh.
Unacceptable.
Truth be told, there wasn't really a lot of news. It was in fact, it was
fillers.
Like R.I.P. Donald Sutherland.
All right, come on now.
R.I.P. Donald.
Stop it.
How was that?
Can we just
I'll read it to you after.
Even for the extra payer people, let's
we'll do it for the After Dark.
the Jordyn Files is my favorite part.
Let's do it for the After Dark.
The Jordyn Files is my favorite part.
Come back next week to see the Jordyn Files.
Can I please
Really?
be involved with the
Are we going to
After
omit
Dark?
that?
Please let me be involved.
Oh yeah, we need an After Dark.
All right, we'll do an After Dark. All right, we'll catch you guys next week for JNC Game Night. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge. I'm Brad Brock. We love you. We'll see you for After Dark. Good night.
Oh, don't you know? When the song is done, it's time to go.